tabloids have spoken. Howard Stern, fired, canceled. Is it really bye-bye Bowie? Now we can reveal. All the questions will be answered. All the truths will be told by the one man truly on the inside. Howard Stern will speak. Tuesday, September 2nd.
Wait a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Today is Tuesday, September 2nd, in the year of our Lord 2025, right? Today was supposedly the day that dozens of whack packers and media wanker spankers had been waiting for. They had been waiting with anticipation for weeks, sleepless nights followed by long days of loneliness. Their precious Howie, he has not been on the air in months, but today was the day of his immaculate return. Today was the day that fans of Howard Stern, which are counted by the dozens, today was supposed to be their Christmas. They woke up early this morning, the men still listening to Howie put on their bras, while the women who still listen had their surgically placed wanker in hand. They turn on their satellite radio. They twist the antiquated dial until the station reaches Howie 100. The clock hits 6 a.m., and dozens of listeners immediately notice another rerun? Another rerun. I was woken up this morning by the screams of Marianne from Brooklyn. Howard, where's my Howard? He's abandoned me again. Oh, Howard. Oh. Although they did not realize it initially, the people who still listen to Howard Stern, they were actually blessed this morning with a rerun. Hopefully, they were gifted with a show from the 90s or 2000s when Howard Stern was actually entertaining. This morning was another swing and a miss for Howard Stern. Once again, Howie has disappointed his audience. Once again, Howie made a promise and failed to deliver. Once again, Howard Stern has taken advantage of his rapidly dwindling audience. For weeks, they have been building up his immaculate return. As you heard in the promo at the beginning of the video, Howie promised to give his audience answers. Salutations, peasants. Don't believe these nasty rumors about me getting fired. I started those rumors myself because I'm desperate for your undivided attention. I make you this solemn promise. I will give you answers on September 2nd. Until then, stay woke. Last night, nearly 100 unfortunate people who work at this toxic dump, they received an email. The message was from Howie. He was informing them that there was no need for them to show up to work on Tuesday because the show was being canceled. Now, supposedly, Howie was dealing with a family emergency. Now, I know his mother, Ray Stern, has been dealing with health problems, but thankfully, Mama Ray seems to be okay. However, Howie was potentially dealing with the passing of another member of his family. Winston, Willie, Walter. Hell, I don't know. Howie was supposedly mourning the loss of his cat. Howie was headed to the litter box last night to relieve himself, and poor Winston was lying there unconscious. But all kidding aside, if the death of his cat was the reason that the show was canceled today, Uncle Casey understands. I cried for days when my dog Chloe got ran over by a car. If something, God forbid, happened to Oreo or Chew, I would definitely not be in the mood for doing this. But Waldo's passing could be an excuse. It's possible that Howie is using Warren's untimely passing as a diversion. The Daily Mail spoke with some of Howie's staffers, and they are claiming that the show was canceled because Howie is frustrated with his new contract. Translation? Sirius isn't willing to pay Howie what he believes he is worth. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Let's go and get to the sponsor for today's video, my good friends at Sugar Mountain Trading. Are you struggling with back problems? Do you deal with minor aches and pains throughout your day? And you don't want to go to the doctor because all the doctor is going to do is find something else wrong with you. Even worse, prescribe addictive medication that you just don't want to take. I hate going to the doctor. So does my wife, who actually deals with back pain. That's why she has started using CBD lotions and oils from Sugar Mountain Trading. Now, this is not THC. It's not going to make you fail a drug test. The CBD lotions and oils, they are specifically designed for rapid pain relief. Like I said, my wife deals with nagging back pain from time to time. Tried over-the-counter stuff, the chiropractor, but none of that ever seemed to work. Within 5 minutes of me applying CBD lotion from Sugar Mountain Trading, her pain is gone. I'm telling you, it's damn near magical. Sugar Mountain Trading also offers CBD bar soap that will keep you pain-free and smelling fresh at the same time. Bar soap comes in a variety of scents ranging from lavender all the way to cherry almond. More importantly, though, all CBD products offered at Sugar Mountain Trading, 100% natural, 100% free of THC. So click the link in the description below. Use my promo code BTL20, BTL20. Save 20% off your first purchase with Sugar Mountain Trading. Whatever the reason, whatever excuse Howie used to cancel the show this morning, this is one of the many reasons that Howie no longer has an audience. You can't do this. Outside of something major, you can't cancel a show when you have promised to give your audience answers. It would be one thing if Howard Stern was consistently at work. He's not. Howie takes 3 months off in the summer to enjoy passionate pleasures with Jim Kimmel. Howie takes an entire week off for every holiday. And I'm not just talking about major holidays. Women's Equality Day, Howie takes a week off. National Prayer Day, where he mourns the loss of his unrisen king George Floyd, Howie takes a week off. Sisters Day, where Howie dreams of transitioning to the sister that he's always wanted, week off. Woke Christmas, forget about it. He takes the entire month of June off. It would be one thing if Howie was constantly showing up for his audience and he just needed a day off today. The problem is, he's not. This dude is never at work. People pay $10, $15 a month for this turd, and Howie is never there to produce it. When I had SiriusXM, you had to specifically request the Howard Stern channels and pay extra for them, which fine. That's fine if you're delivering a quality show. Not only is Howard Stern not delivering a quality show, he's not delivering a show. I'll tell you what I think happened today. For starters, I do believe that there is frustration with his contract. Howard Stern is used to making $80, $100 million a year, and there's just no way Sirius is willing to pay that. Supposedly, Megyn Kelly's contract with Sirius is worth $100 million a year. Megyn Kelly has an audience. Howie doesn't. Why in the hell would Sirius pay $100 million for 125,000 listeners? As you guys know, I listened to Howard Stern for many, many years. Now, obviously, I don't know him personally, but one of the reasons Howard Stern was so popular, he was real, he was authentic. The Howard Stern that I grew up listening to, even the Howard Stern that I was listening to 10 years ago, his ego is not going to allow him to accept less money. There is not a doubt in my mind that he is frustrated over his contract. I'm sure he's even offended by what Sirius is offering. But I don't think that's the reason that the show was canceled today. Let's just think about the timeline here. Sometime in late July, early August, reports surfaced that Howie was being fired. Howie refused to address these reports, which is unlike him. A couple of weeks later, The promo that I played at the beginning of this video was released. A week or so after that, there were rumors that Howard Stern sparked this flaming ass fire himself. There were reports that Howie created the rumor that he was fired in a desperate attempt to bring attention to himself. Now, at this point, we're in mid to late August. Howie's name has been in the news for weeks. It's all building up to his immaculate return on September 2nd, where Howie is going to set ratings records. But there's just one problem. One tiny problem. The days leading up to his immaculate return, no one was talking about it. Think about it. Go back to last week. How often did you hear about Howard Stern? How many articles did you see in the media talking about his immaculate return? Once the initial story of Howie being fired ran its course, no one cared. Hell, I don't think people cared that he was fired. It was interesting for a couple of days. People remembered Howie from childhood. Oh, I remember Howard Stern. That guy was great. Whatever happened to him? Going into his immaculate return today, no one was talking about it. There was no speculation. There was no anticipation. People were not clamoring to find out what Howie was going to say. So what does he do? He creates more headlines this morning by abruptly canceling the show. Rumors start circulating again. Howie's name is back in the headlines. I would imagine that he is hoping to maintain this momentum going into his return on Monday. But he won't. And the reason he won't is because not enough people care. Now, a lot of people claim that prime Howard Stern would never be able to make it in today's climate. He's too controversial. He's too vile. But I think Howie would thrive today. Hell, you could make the case that the entertainment industry needs another Howard Stern or Jerry Springer. Entertainment has been sanitized, at least when compared to the 90s and 2000s. We seem to have sacrificed entertainment for feelings. The industry could use a Jerry Springer, Howard Stern. Obviously, Jerry Springer can't help. Howard Stern can't either because Howie is not capable of being Howard. But anyway, give me your thoughts on this. Howie cancels his show today, claiming a family emergency. Staffers claim that he is frustrated over his contract. I think he's also trying to generate interest in his return since people had already forgotten about it. What do you think? Why was the show canceled today? Is this the beginning of the end for Howard Stern's career? Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.